And welcome back everyone to part 21 of our Unity of Command 2, just regular vanilla Let's Play. And we are doing alright. That's the Normandy breakout. We have broken out. But the question is, will we... Oh god. We have 2 turns to capture Brest and Lorient. We are sending infantry, but we're going to be cutting it close. Hoping... darn, our logistics aren't fully online yet. Oh no. Alright, yeah, that's not gonna be good. And these people don't have the motor pool, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get our infantry out there in time and capture those points. We need the supply. It looks like we won't get it, but we have taken Le Mans. We are well on our way to Chartres and the Paris suburbs. Actually, we're supposed to take Chartres. Is it Chartres? Anyway, we're supposed to take it next turn. We'll see if we can handle such a audacious plan. Let's see. We've fought hard, long and hard for. Oh, of course they would. But luckily, the bridge now. They've left several bridges intact to supply their own troops. So let's... Alright. We have taken Chartres. Excellent. So I can stop butchering that name. And we can send the 11th British right up next to the Paris suburbs. So I think we're going to be able to get that one too. Meanwhile, in the east, the infantry is still going along. Please, no! Alright, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, no! Yeah. Okay, it's just gonna be sadness. See, also, we're probably not going to be able to take Lisieux. Well, let's... And because they are on supply points for them, there's just no way we can ever actually... Wait. There's hope in the north. So we'll hit them with everything we've got. And of course, we've destroyed the city, though. The very first bombardment. And that makes it more difficult. Of course, of course. Like we bombed Lorient so many times, it was never turned into ruins. But we, I mean, that's what happens when you bomb a city. But I'm just hoping that somehow magic would happen. Well, alright, so if we're very unlucky, these will be... I guess we'll have another turn. We will have to throw the 79th. We'll take heavy casualties to maybe hurt them some supply. That's not worth it. I don't know. I can't just throw men's lives away for supply for the rest of the entire army to carry on a war, to end a war more quickly. This game doesn't have any sort of morality system, and yet I am faced with a horrible choice. I guess we're gonna have to do it. I'm very sorry. Yeah, that did what it said it was gonna have happened. A lot of people are dead now. And we didn't really hit them very hard at all. Darn it. Meanwhile, we have taken Orléans. So we have, oh god, but we're way out of supply down there. Oh, way out of supply. And supply up here. Alright, let's try and open up the avenues of supply as much as possible. Ooh, here we go. That should, well, we can establish a supply hub in Skalkby, although we'll need one in north as well, and we'll need troops to defend it. So the enemy, oh no, the enemy are still getting supplies from the north, yes. And that's a major river. We're kind of, yes, oh yes. Yep. Alright. Well, we have, I mean, it looks like we're going to take the Paris suburbs at least. But, it's obviously painful to have not been able to get most of our secondary objectives. Well, let's, see what we can do here, though. No retreat. Oh, man. Ooh, but these people should be easy. Because they have no food or bullets or anything. Meanwhile... Ooh. So it's interesting how well they've been able to hold us on this defensive line for the entire battle. Ooh. But we are slowly but surely making some progress. Alright, so yeah, the Paris suburbs will fall next turn. We've taken all the major objectives, and on time. And it's now just about the, hoping that the game will say, you can still get extra supply. I don't think it will. I think it will punish us. And I hope it means our supply for the next few missions might be pretty sketchy. So we'll move some troops up, mainly armored, just in case there are more Germans, maybe on this side of the bridge. Alright, looks like the Germans might be well spent, which would buy us some security. We really need those supplies. Gosh. It was poor planning on my part. We will still succeed, so I won't be removed from command, but I'll feel like I should. Alright. Let's move on to the next turn. Trucks are available. I guess let's double check that everyone's in supply. Oh, you're not. Well, good call. Alright, let's just put down some supply here. So check out, we do have some supply lines way in the back that we don't need anymore. Ooh. Okay, apparently we still need some of those. And, yeah, it just, because we used all our air power in the last scenario, that we don't have it available now to take those supply centers. Well, live and learn, except for the people that we sent to their deaths. They will never learn. And they can dig in. Yep. But hey, we're on the brink of taking Paris. We've taken Paris. Let's repair these bridges. Is anyone in range? You're not in range. You're not in range. You're not in range. You're not in range. Alright, let's send the American First up to repair those bridges. We can get supply across. I guess supply is coming through. For the most part. Do we have supply coming out? No. Okay. Alright, but once we've got that, and they've blown the bridges, so there's no way they can get in to try and push up against us. Good. And their units are... their strongest point is in the west. And even then, it's starting to falter. That's good, we can push back some forces. Except for you. What are you doing, Canadians? No. There we go. Looks like... oh my gosh. Alright, it is a mess in the east. It's a mess in the west. Okay. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, you're out of... So we just don't have a way to capture these cities. So we'll just have to hope that this doesn't destroy the city. It does hurt them on some level. No. Alright. Yeah, we just didn't, I didn't plan that correctly. We should have had just tons of infantry and engineers, and we'd bombard the city with huge artillery, and because it's got you have 4 hexes to get it. On this side you have 4 as well. And so you just divert 1 HQ and some infantry and take the cities with infantry. Preferably an American army, so they have their motor pools. But I completely failed in that. We'll move the 3rd army up just in the event that they feel kind to us. But I don't think so. I think these will all be X'd out and we'll lose the chance to get resupply. I messed that up. So the first major, well, I don't know if it's the first major tactical error, but first major, like, grand strategy error that we've made in this playthrough. We'll keep pushing them in the east because that's what we gotta do. Slowly pushing the enemy back. Ooh! Just punch through the center. Our supplies are coming through. We can supply more. Excellent. And then next turn we'll be able to repair these bridges. And potentially even repair this big bridge. Those are the tough ones. These larger rivers are much easier to defend. Except for when we threw down all those pontoon bridges in Italy. A combined international effort to push the Germans back. Excellent. Slowly but surely. Ooh. They've been able to hold this river the entire battle. And they still probably will until the end. Like, we will not take Lassu. Actually, I mean, we have several turns to try, so we are closing in. We can continue to just send all our troops that way. All units, move forwards. Upwards, north. So that's good. Orléans. A wonderful city. If you ever get a chance to go to Orléans, I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10 would go again. They had... well, when we finally get to do the slideshow, you'll all get to see. Hopefully we took pictures of the crepes. I don't know if we did. It was like, they weren't really crepes. They were just these massive hunks of food. It was crazy. It was not a French restaurant. It was like almost like it reminded me of Subway, but with crepe themed instead of sub sandwich themed. That was memorable. That wasn't in the French part of, well, I guess it's all the French part of town, but anyway, it was delicious. I would consume 10 out of 10 would consume again. Although it was the size of a child's head, so you'd eat one and you're full for a week. Alright, let's see what the AI has in store for us. Maybe they'll just surrender. Nope. They want to fight on. They're doing a sort of semi-fighting withdrawal / just trying to hold on to Lassu. And the weather is not... Yep, we failed. The weather is not helping. Alright, I still want to take these just to know how tough it would be. But yeah, they will at least open up some supply, but we won't gain more supply. Shit. They are just dug in. But those engineers, oh, yep, have we done it? That's all we needed. That's all it would have taken. And with that, one turn too late. The city is ours. Brutal. Oh, man. Yep. But that's how it goes sometimes. So let's at least take Lesu. So all of our efforts will now be focused on the east, where we can get there in time. Alright, boys, cross the river. Let's keep pushing. We're gonna apply pressure and break through the enemy. Alright, we have cut off more, well, I guess, never mind. Their supply is coming from the north. We can get our tanks up there, we can overrun their supply, and the rest will crumble. There we go. Now we're stretching our supply lines a bit thin. That, ooh, good. Yeah, I'll keep them going. Well. Darn it. Alright, the enemy is surrounded. We have driven a wedge between our forces and the remaining reserves. I couldn't even call it that. It looks like the reserves have sort of collapsed. Ooh, and we can cross the Seine. Is that the Seine? I hope it's the Seine. Rouen is ours. Alright, therefore the 28th US Infantry will just hold that beachhead. On our other armored units helping push in towards the sea. So we can take that next turn. I think I would like. Alright, did we move? Yes, the US first. They're here to repair the bridges. All of them. Alright, good. So we've got all those bridges repaired. Next turn we can have our armor just start pushing north because, I don't know, it's cool. It's a fun experience for all. Our supply, I mean, 70% is better than 60%. But 90% would be a lot better. But that's just me being like, hey Squire, wouldn't it be great if you did better? Like, oh my god, I'm you. Stop it. I tried, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. Alright, we will begin. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Some heavy losses by the British as we try to push into Lesu. Alright, we have plenty of troops, even in the bad weather. That's good. It's not like our it's not like the fight we had just trying to hold Caen, having entire units just wiped out. It's more of just a failure to organize our supplies well enough to keep the lines going. Alright, but the offensive will continue. And we will succeed. I think everyone's gone. Oh yeah, look for the lightning. That's right. Lightning note. The lightning and the move. That's right. Alright, so yeah, we'll be able to take Lesu. So, next turn. Meanwhile, in the east, we'll be able to push up this this route. So we were able to take them. We know that they're takeable. They just don't drive tanks into the cities when they're heavily defended. Should have learned from Stalingrad. don't know why I thought they were going to give it to me, but I just thought, aha! And then the AI is like, why are you saying aha? I'm just moving this art piece in. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Alright. But, when a unit is weakened and without cover, armor is your best friend. So yeah, we will definitely take Lesu this turn. We'll get an upgrade to our HQ, so I guess the question is, which HQ do we want to upgrade? Good idea about the Canadian first. They're going to be a key element in our war. Alright, upgrade the Canadian first. We can get them another command point. I should have actually looked at each HQ and was not drawing from... I'm emotionally compromised. Alright, we could blow bridges. We could repair bridges. Or we could have another command point. I think at this stage, repairing bridges really cheaply will be good, because the enemy keeps destroying the bridges. So have it just be the Canadians, be like, hey, you guys repair these bridges, keep the attack moving. They can be like, we're on it. We can keep our troops supplied, we can repair the bridges, and we can bombard people. Or the all-around good frontline army. So that's what they'll do. It is too bad that you can't like organize your armies ahead of time, move units between armies. I think that would be cool to have a little bit more customization. Of course, the idea of the game isn't like, oh, you're fighting World War II the way you want to fight it. You're fighting World War II both the way that the game is designed and the way that the war happened. But it is fun to think about for future releases or whatever. There we go. We are boldly going where no American has gone since World War I, in which then a lot of Americans went. That's good. Alright. Oh yeah, and we even have air power still. I guess we'll just... we will continue to try drive our forces north. Take... Alright, let's try this again. Heavy bombardments. 4, 4, 5. More bombardment. What? And then they're like, actually, yeah, you can have the city. We did destroy the city. We are pretty monstrous that way. Well, I don't know what feels better. Fighting for so long in the West to then have the last city be like, yeah, fine, you can have it. Like, you destroyed it. We don't want to die. Which makes sense, like the rest of everything else has collapsed. But we did it. We captured all main objectives. We did take some, though not the key side objectives. We will now proceed to the next scenario. Objectives complete. We are victorious. It was an Allied victory, but at what cost? So our supply does go up by plus 10%, but we'll need to be careful in future scenarios. We will prioritize any chance to get extra supply, and full prioritization over main objectives, even. We only destroyed 9 enemy units, despite taking a huge amount of land. For the most part, we just drove the enemy back, I guess? I don't know, it feels like we killed more than that. And only took 16 prisoners? I don't know what's going on. I guess so. It was the Americans who took the brunt of the casualties, with some Canadian and British forces losing as well. Congratulations! Alright. Oh, we're going to a new conference. Okay, let's do this. Oh! Ooh! So we can end in the Mediterranean, we can just end operations in the theater, or we can continue with another objective. That's really cool. That is where we push into the Baltic itself. That is cool. I like that. Alright, and then in the west we've got that stuff coming on. This is your opportunity to spend prestige to switch to a different strategic plan. Yeah, let's continue operations. I approve this plan. We've been only advancing in Italy far faster than they did historically. And let me be clear. I think that our forces can do this. I don't know, that was supposed to be Obama. It quickly became Bernie. You can read into that as much as you like. Alright, so in the Mediterranean, we will take on at least one more scenario. In Northern Europe, it looks like we'll have 4 more. And then it opens up even more. I'm not sure how many conferences there are. I know there's 31 scenarios inside of the game files. But I don't know how many of those are... Like, obviously, we took a different historical route in Italy, so I don't know how many of those we took ours instead of theirs, so... I'm guessing maybe like 20, 25. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'd be 9. Then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're maybe about halfway through, I guess. Ooh! The Almay Bay. I don't know how they pronounce bees in French. But we have a French Jean de la Croix de Tarsigny. He will lead the French forces to victory in this theater. So we'll definitely... The range and movement is key to HQs. So we'll give them 10. Look at the British 8. They've got the full 12. The full Monty. Actually, I don't know what that means. I think it might be inappropriate. Then we have the US 7th under Alexander Patch. We'll get you up to 11. Canadian 1st will get you all the way up to 12. If you know what I mean. US 3rd, 12. US 1st, 12. US 2nd. I guess they can't dig it. Can anyone? I almost feel like we should try to get the ability to fortify and entrench some of our troops. Let's see, the Americans are great for moving forwards because of that motor pool. Let's, how much have I spent on everyone? Let's look at the cards that we've got. So we, ooh, finally some trucks. All American. The 82nd Airborne. I thought they were fighting in Italy. And then we got some mosquitoes. I don't like spending prestige on cards. That's just because every time we've had Airborne come in, I botch it and they all die. They do help though, like they're helpful before they die, don't get me wrong. But I always kill them. Well, let's see. Alright, we will upgrade the US 3rd Army. And the Canadian. Ooh. I guess, and the US... I think having the ability to fortify is going to be really key in the future. I'm wanting to put down a lot. And we want to keep, like, the Canadians are really, we've leveled them up because of special, basically special treatment. So we'll want to give them the best ability to move forces forwards with the Americans, I suppose. Alright. Good. Let's see. I think this conference can be called to a close. Let's go to the Mediterranean. Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Ljubljana or sorry, maybe Yagana Gap. August 1st, 1944. So let's do these in. Oh, we're moving in from the south. Cool, cool. So these are both August 15th and the 25th, where in the Mediterranean this is August 1st. April to August. Okay, so it's like we broke through and then all the stuff in the north happened and then we waited a little bit. So this is the Jablana Gap, maybe? August 1st, 1944. After months of pressure, Churchill was unable to convince the Americans to join in a drive through the Gap. Undeterred, he orders the British 8th Army into the breach on its own. A few fresh units are rushed into service to give the attack a fighting chance. It remains unknown how the Hungarians and Croatians will react to an incursion so close to their borders. Interesting. Yeah, now we're getting into alternative history. That would be so cool! Oh my god. Imagine if they... if they like added in a bunch of alternative history where like basically Churchill almost starts World War III and like the Soviets are moving in from the east, and that could be fun. That could be fun. Alright. Scenario briefing. The L Gap, as I will try to call it so I don't butcher things. This is the AF-HQ dispatch. Once again, your troops have performed beyond all expectations. You have been authorized to attempt an advance through the so-called L Gap. The U.S. Fifth Army has been left in Italy and along the Alpine border, but a few additional units have been rushed into service to facilitate your offensive. Be aware that of the close proximity to Croatia and Hungary will probably cause their army and air force to react. Interesting. Sehr interesting. Well, we've got our objective. And we've got Graz, which would give us some sort of... maybe a chance to expand even further east. It's like the map is all mapped out. There aren't... it's a finished... like, it's not finished down here. Not finished, but like, you know, not necessarily filled in. But like in the east, that looks like there more scenarios could happen. And we'll get another card. And then we'll get a specialist if we can take Zagreb. This is very interesting. So it's all down to the British 8th. Alright, I can't really do a good Churchill, but I can try. No, I can't. That's like a weird JFK Churchill, I don't know. We'll fight them on the beaches. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's definitely JFK. People of Britain, I'm your leader. JFK, not JFK, sorry. Churchill, we've fought the Nazis, and now we're going to invade them. Oh god. Yeah, so I need to work on my Churchill K? JF Churchill. Okay, but we do have the troops that have been fighting with us in Italy this whole time. Now from the force pool. Ooh, that's nice. This is actually a good stopping point for the episode. So we'll pick things up in the next episode in part... I think we're into the 20s now, yeah. So this has been part 21, and the next part will be 22. So that's good. We're progressing into a very interesting situation. A little bit of alternative history. So that's good. Let's hope we can avoid the Bowling Green Massacre. So I'll see you all in the next episode, which will be out unless they've all come out and you're going to watch them all in order, then it'll come out tomorrow. All right, see you all.